And we're on.
Okay, so we are back with a new episode of Checkmate. I am Mr. Hot Sauce, and there's my trusty partner, SA. So we're gonna jump right into it because we know that's what you guys are here for. You're not really here for all the rigmarole. What we got first, brother?
We got Stephen A. Smith and the ESPN fires.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith. So I don't know if everyone has heard. Let's leave that up for a moment, SA. I don't know if everyone has heard, but ESPN has went through a massive, massive layoff. On this layoff, of course, Stephen A wasn't included. He's the big fish right now at ESPN. But on this layoff, they laid off some big names. They laid off Keyshawn Johnson. They
Mm,
laid off they laid off Max Kellerman. I'm just going off the top of my head. Can you put up that list? Let's put up that list.
there we go. Look at all those names, man. Ugh.
Okay, so and that's just 18 that we know. They laid off a few more. ESPN, the whole Disney was going on a 50,000 employee layoff. So these are some of the casualties, and it's some big names like Todd McShay. Yo, he does that college deal every year. I'm surprised he got let go. I'm surprised that let's see who we got on this list here. Jeff Van Gundy. Yo, like he's been in basketball for so long. Like that's the nigga who was hugging on Latrell Sprewell's leg during the fight in New York. Like that nigga. Oh, he was supposed to still be there. I'm surprised that he's got let go. I'm really surprised that they let go of Jalen Rose as well. But then Jalen Rose's wife hadn't got let go. Stephen A's assistant, his ex-wife, has not gotten let go. She still got her job.
Uh,
Um, Also, who else they got up on this list that's surprising to me? Steve Young. Steve Young. Very surprising. So what really bugs me out is the fact that, I'm not losing any sleep over all of these millionaires losing their job or anything. Don't get me wrong. But what bugs me out is how ESPN picks and chooses the people who bring us our content. And when it comes to sports, I choose to I want the best athletes. I want the best of the best. When it comes to journalism, I want the best of the best. And I see they got rid of a few of the good people. So yeah, just shout out to them, and hopefully they'll find a smooth landing spot, which most of them will. But who gives a fuck? They're all millionaires,
they'll be all
so
right.
they'll be all right. Next pick,
They'll be all right. Charleston White.
my boy Charleston. My
Woo.
boy Charleston. We hadn't heard much from him lately. Since he set the internet on fire. Like he went on a run, an unbelievable run,
Come back, man. Come
which
back.
which is, it was well deserved. Like that brother, he blew up really, really quick. Now, my stance on Charleston is that a brother like this is needed. Every so often the bell got to get rang because a lot of times we get kind of stuck in that mundane train of thought. So something like this is needed. Like even let's pull him down for a sec. All right, so even in our situations, as far as our daily situations, every so often you want to tell your people, shut the fuck up. Yo, I think that was wrong what you did last week. You should fix that, or you know, fuck you with a capital F. I don't mean like I don't want to be your friend anymore, but I do mean shut the fuck up, fuck you. Like every so often we need that reality check. Every so often we get a little too big for our britches, even me. And we may need somebody to say, slow it down, tone it down a little bit, and they may need to say it a little rough. So Charleston White is a very, very, very needed figure in this entertainment industry. What we got next, SA?
It's a tough one, man. Everybody knew it was coming.
Okay, so all together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth person from the left. If you're looking like I'm looking, it's the fourth person from the left. That person is the CEO of OceanGate. That person is the person who invented said machine that we're looking at right there. Me, myself, I wouldn't take that little, it looks like a little dildo. I wouldn't take that little dildo deep down into the ocean like that. I mean, it looks like it's just going to explode before you even get it in the water.
Hell
So
no.
to take it, I mean, they took it down, what, 14,000 feet?
It was many miles.
14,000 feet. It's
Multiple
actually,
Empire State Buildings.
well, they took it down. Okay, so the wreckage for the Titanic is at 2.5 miles down on the seafloor. So that's where they were, 2.5 miles.
There you go.
Me, myself, I would have never, ever gotten in there. Look at the thing. It has no windows, right? Because you can't, because of all the pressure underneath the water. So it has this one little tiny little cube that they go in and look out of to explore this big ass ocean base, this big ocean floor, which is like 75% of the world.
In
Like, what the fuck are you doing down there?
In a completely uncertified death capsule, nonetheless. Like,
well, the thing is with this, he really went against regulations. They have regulations
they
for
cut
this
so many
thing,
corners.
and he cut a lot of corners. All right, so me myself, I would have never done it, and I never would advise anybody or any one of our audience members to go underneath the water that deep. Don't even go in the fucking tub for too long. When you go under the water in the tub, when you go under the water in the tub, only go that deep. 2 inches max. Okay, get your head under there, 2 inches, and come up. That's all I suggest. You know, even in the tub, in the pool, that's different. I got a manual on that. Email me. All right, what's the next pick we got?
Man, bottom line, these people were complicit with their own demise, everyone. You get some unapproved meat from the store, your stomach hurts. You get in an unapproved submersible. Well, anyway, next story. We got a possible boxing match or an undisclosed type of fighting match between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
Okay, so here, I see two petrified white men, right? Yeah, that's what I see. I see two petrified white guys about to possibly. I don't know how you can both throw the fight, but I think they both would. Zuckerberg is in a hell of a lot better shape. He's a lot younger. But I'd still give it to Elon. The reason I give it to Elon because he looks just stressed out. He looks really stressed. And I don't know if you've been stressed a lot, but I have. And if you bother a person who's had a stressful day, it doesn't matter if you're fucking Lou Ferrigno. It doesn't. I don't know if my younger crowd know who Lou Ferrigno is, but it doesn't matter if you are the fucking Incredible Hulk. You bother a stressed out person, they will probably break you in half. So I think Elon's a lot more stressed with this whole Twitter thing than my man Facebook King, Mr. Meta.
I mean, Zuckerberg is the only person even kind of entertaining this idea. To my knowledge, Elon Musk hasn't even acknowledged it.
And I wouldn't. If I was Elon, I wouldn't acknowledge it either. He doesn't want any smoke. He needs to figure out how to get that fucking app to work right. He doesn't want any smoke with Mark. So what I would do if I was Elon, I'd go ahead and send an email out, a mass email. and on the email, I put a fist, right? So everybody who opens it, that'll be a punch in the face, right? And technically, I won. What's the next pick?
Oh my God. We have Offset and the luxurious Cardi B.
Okay, so this is one I've been waiting for. This is one I've been waiting for. Ladies, quick message. If you are married and you feel like the relationship is wavering, the relationship is starting to fail, it's not looking like you're going to be with your husband much longer, or whatever the case, or even if you guys are having problems, keep that shit in the house. Keep it in the house. Don't promote your possibilities. See, because what happened in this situation, there were rumors that Cardi and Offset were going to break up, and she came out and dispelled the rumors. But she also, in the course of doing that, said that, okay, so if we did break up, I ain't gonna do nothing but get a better man. I ain't gonna do nothing but get a man that's gonna take care of me. I'm just gonna be blowing up the next week. Like, whoa, shorty. First off, where's your respect level? Where's your respect level? You have children with this guy. Don't even speak out of turn like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they asked you about your relationship. Next question. Next question. And then I've seen a couple of clips of her like popping her booty and so forth and so on. It's a certain way to be classy, and the best way to be classy is be fucking classy.
Oh, what you
Like,
mean, man? It's 2023, man. She's just
doesn't
she's
matter.
just living her life.
The status that she has, her focus should be on being a queen because she has high status. She's a high valued woman. Yeah, you're gonna be taken care of. The world don't gotta know that. Everybody knows when you break up with one motherfucker, you're gonna go to the next motherfucker. Just like he's gonna go to the next chick. So, but you, it's a way you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a way you do it. You keep it
Hey, man.
discreet.
Repeat what you just
And
said.
you
We
do it.
lost each other for a few
No,
seconds.
no,
Go back
it's
to
all
the
good.
last
You
thing you
you
said.
went out for a sec. You went out for a sec actually, but
Yeah.
yeah, it fell off the screen. But either way, the main thing is be respectful of your spouse, even when you guys are going through it. Just make sure you keep everything at home. Everybody's business ain't your business, and your business ain't everybody else's. All right, who we got next?
There we go. We got JT and Lil Uzi Vert.
This right here is this right here that what we're looking at right now is what we literally call a train wreck. That is toxicity to its max.
Oof.
This young man here, well, I thought he was part of the LGBTQTG community for a while, until he got with JT. And JT, she portrays this hoochie mama, I'm out for all your money, gold digger, thought chick. That's what she portrays. And if you look really, really close, just zoom in real close on that photo, real close. You see right there? You can see the bergamot grease on her hair. You see the bergamot grease. Bergamot grease, you get issued in jail. Bergamot. All right. So that's a train crash ready to happen. Little Uzi Vert was at the award show sitting next to Ice Spice, which is a dangerous spot to be sitting in, if you ask me, anyways.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman. If my lady was in the house, there would be a buffer in between me and Ice Spice so that I don't get bust in the head. You know what I'm saying?
There's too many cameras, man.
Just because I'm too close. So what we saw was JT throwing her cell phone at the young man, busting him in the chest with it, and raising hell in the front row of the award show.
Oof.
The fuck? Okay, so ladies. I know that you are responsible for satisfying us. I know that you are also responsible for nurturing and so forth and so on. You have a lot of power in our lives. if you were not with me shooting those shots in the gym, you don't have any say so on my jump shot. So if I've been making these jump shots all these years consistently, having your input on my jump shot may not help. I mean, you may be, hey, babe, the last time you shot that shot, it made it, but did it make it? Yeah, it made it. It made it. So what are we talking about? Sometimes I shoot underhand. All that being said, her embarrassing that young man at that award show was ridiculous. First off, sweetheart, I know for a fact that we weren't giving you the award that night. I know you're a very popular lady, but I don't think you're as popular as that young man.
You got to remember who brought you there.
That would make him the breadwinner. Well, she was brought there by her management as far as into the industry, but they're on different labels, of course. Yeah. But he's a much larger star than she is as far as his revenue. I'm sure his revenue paying
girlfriend.
His revenue's paying the bills. Yeah. All right. So at the end of the day, that's pretty much what matters. Who's going to make sure the bills get paid? So we got to keep that cash cow going. So in a relationship, you have a breadwinner and then you have the support. They both are breadwinners, but somebody's going to make a little more than the other. So whoever does is as a unit, you guys make sure that bread continues to come in. You may enhance the next person, the one who isn't the breadwinner, so that when the breadwinner gets a little older and can't go win the bread like he used to, then she has to take over. It's a system. It's in the Bible. I didn't make the rules. What the fuck? All right, what's the next picture?
Oh, that's it. That's it?
Okay, perfect.
So we covered a lot of things today, everybody.
Yeah, we covered a lot in a little bit of time. But that's perfect because that saves this time for this special announcement. Oh yeah, this is brought to you by, where is it?
Top
Lord Music Group.
Don't make me say it twice.
So the special announcement is this. We're going to be running Checkmate for the remainder of the year to get this show off the ground. We're going to have different guests come on, and the interviews aren't going to be your typical interviews. If someone wants to air out grievances with myself, with my partner here, with my assistant here, with my label, with other labels, with other people, come up here. We'll put you in Checkmate.
Man, you can say whatever.
We'll see where everything lies. I'm sorry.
This is our show. You can say whatever you want. You come to us. I mean, the door's wide open. It's an open invitation.
So what happens at this point is subscribe to the channel. That way you can get notifications of when the show's going to be coming on.
Hit the bell
notifications of whenever it's live. You're going to also have an opportunity to comment on some things, and don't hold your tongue because it's not going to be any tongues held here, which leads me to this example of no tongues being held here. Let's go local. We got enough time. I want to give 10 minutes to the local scene.
We have nothing but time, man.
I want to give 10 minutes to the local scene. Now, this is very important. Now, for all artists and aspiring artists who are aspiring to have a music career, let's start from ground one. It's called the music business, which means, yeah, you make music, but there's a business to this thing as well. The music business entails on you selling music, merch, appearances, and intellectual property. So, if you are not setting yourself up on platforms to sell yourself, if you are not staying consistent with your marketing, with your socials, with your engagements, with your what you say?
So with everything, man, it's got to be everything.
With your well, that's why I'm speaking right now, because I'm letting you know what everything is, so that there's no excuse. The social media front needs to be addressed. You need to stay on your social media. I didn't make the rules. That's where things have been moved to. Now, in my day, you could go to a club, you could do a show. There may be somebody big in the audience. They'll invite you outside, ask you to sing in front of them. You sing in front of them. They say, meet me at my office Monday. They sign you, rob you. Okay? That's how it used to be. But now that full control has been given to the artist, and you can distribute just like a major label can distribute, you have to run that like a business. Because the only difference between yourself and a major label is the major label is going to do it consistently, and they're going to do it like a business. When I have an artist and he has his marketing plan, I'm on that marketing plan weekly, sometimes daily. I've had 107, 120, what was my max? 130 some odd marketing campaigns running at one time across the world. And I don't even rap.
And this is stuff that everybody can go see for themselves.
So if you consistently stay on it, you'll be surprised with the results. If you consistently checking your socials, engaging with your fans, then you'll be surprised with the outcome. It'll be better than an outcome if you did not do that. Now, I know artists, a lot of artists that I deal with, they know their worth. But I do know some artists that don't really know their worth. All they know is to go and record music. But the thing is, the more music you record with little numbers, the further you're sinking yourself in the hole. So what you think looks worse? A person with 10 songs with 0 streams, or a person with 1,000 songs with 0 streams? That part. So drop your song. So I'm going to give you a little secret. It's a loud secret. And we're on YouTube so the world can hear it. Release your song. Have your marketing plan structured towards that release date, at least near it. All right. It's not going to be perfect every time because you don't have full control of when shit gets released. So drop the song, structure your marketing to attack that single around the time it releases. Now you got a flow. Now you're creating an algorithm. Several days later, a couple of days go by, go back, administer a marketing campaign. Next week, structure another marketing campaign, a tad bit smaller. administer it. Now that's what we're showing is consistency. Now you do this same thing for months. And tell me, won't you take that 0 streams to 500,000, 1,000,000, 50,000, 20,000, 30,000? Because the thing is, the record labels, the majors, where you're trying to get your deal from, they're not going to entertain you unless you do have some streams, some revenue flowing from sales. They don't care how many shows you've done. Whoopee. Technically, that money's yours. Show money is technically yours unless you get signed on a 360 deal. Show money goes to you. So what are you showing them that you can do shows?
Yeah, that gives them nothing.
No.
They don't make shit off of your tour.
So unless you're on a 360 deal, and that's what they're signing a lot of artists on is 360 deals. That means I get a piece of your merch. That means I get your show money. I get a piece of that show money, and I get your streams. That's 360 all the way around.
And y'all are dumb enough to sign that shit.
I wouldn't say they're dumb enough, young man. Okay, so we're gonna get a lesson on live TV. All right, I wouldn't say they're dumb enough. Some people are desperate. So and some people are naive. Yeah. And naive and dumb. Yeah, so naive and dumb are cousins. But one of them is you can't help because you're naive. You just don't know.
Yeah, one of them actually anything would help the situation. So anything at all.
So
agreed.
So situational. It's all situational. Sometimes you may have to sign that 360 deal because you want to get that $20,000 advance. You know, bills are due. It's all situational. Try not to sign a 360 deal if you can, but that's kind of what they're offering nowadays. The main thing is, to close this out, the main thing is, you have to focus on consistency, and you don't have to drop 1,000 songs to make an impact. You just have to market said song. Sometimes it takes 2 and 3 years for a song to break. A lot of these songs you hear on secular radio, celestial radio, songs that have been, they're songs that have been created years ago. And we're just getting it as consumers. So that being said, like, stay consistent on your song, keep working on it. Yeah, make new music, but don't leave the old music. Continue to market. Yes, build your catalog, but do it with a little more focus. Do it with a plan. And remember, these shows, the only added value with these shows, unless it's a show in front of music industry executives, the only added value is the fact that you're going to get paid. So get paid for your shows and don't buy any slots. If you see a flyer that says slots for this price, slots for that price, you're only helping them book the venue.
And you really got to
let them book the venue themselves. It's their show.
You really got to be honest with yourself. What kind of the majority of these shows that are going on? I mean, just spend a minute to think about it, everybody. What major record executive is going to be at that bar in your town on that one night?
Here's the thing about the majors. They're not going to charge you $100 and some odd for a slot. Your $100 is not going to make or break them. So when you see that, think red flag. Okay, just think red flag. And I'm sorry to burst everybody's bubble as far as the promoters and everyone who's putting these shows on. But I'm here for the artists. I run a boutique record label, and I focus on my artists, and I empower my artists. So this is educational, and this is something that all artists need to know. And I'm a little bit tired of seeing the ripoff. All right. So In closing, stay consistent, market your music,
Right. This shit.
take your sound serious. You don't want to have a lot of songs with gators right beside them, with less than, with the less than mark beside them, less than 1,000, less than 1,000, less than 1,000. So, I mean, you don't want to do that to yourself. Structure your music, structure your marketing campaigns. Now, this has been Checkmate, and this is episode 3. Tune in for more episodes when we're getting a little bit more a little bit more in depth on whatever the fuck we're talking about that day.
We're coming.
That's my man, SA. And I missed the hot sauce, the fire starter.